Hello, my name is Steve Smith, and I helped out with the Vacation Bible School this year at our church, at Linworth Baptist Church, and I just want to talk a little bit about how we did things here. And there's many ways to do this, but this is what worked well for us. There's really three main phases when we think about the set design. The first phase is planning, the second phase is the production, and then the third phase is the construction. So the first phase is planning. And the big thing here is that you really need to find someone in your church that is kind of like your main artist that can do the main drawings for your set. And typically what we would do is, after getting the theme from Answers in Genesis and some of their drawings, we would just have a brainstorming session. What are some things that we can do to enhance this theme, things that will work for us and our church and our stage. Also, we would have to get all the volunteers together, people who are interested in drawing and painting. They don't have to be professionals, but there's always something for someone to do as it relates to the set design. We would get all the supplies together for our volunteers, all the paint brushes, tape measures, video projectors, all ready for the people as they come in to serve. We have that all ready for them. What we do that's very helpful for us is that we take the main set design and we take each individual element of that set design and break it out into its own individual 3x5 card. So we would have like clock 1 and clock 2, and there would be an image that would be connected to that 3x5 card. We would also have that image on a computer or an iPad or something, and we would project that onto a cardboard so that the people can trace it, and then it gives them an idea of how we would want that painted and the size as well. So each element is broken up into individual 3x5 cards, and that becomes its own project. So when we would do the production then, each volunteer would say that, this is my project, this is my element, this is my 3x5 card that I'm going to be working with, and typically they would go from start to finish. They would trace it, do the other detailed drawings on it, paint it, even cut it out. And then we get to the construction phase, and that's when we would take our main backdrop in our set, we would install that, and we would also take 4x8 sheets, these platforms, and we would use them, we would brace them up on our stage, and we would then attach all of the elements, all of the painted cardboard pieces to those 4x8 flats. And throughout all of this process, during the construction phase, and even also during the production phase, we would make sure we have that one person, that artist, that would be tasked with just keeping their eye on everything to make sure everything is consistent and to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to go. This is a great opportunity for a lot of people in your church to be involved in our Vacation Bible School. And the thing that we try to communicate to these volunteers is the importance of really what they're doing. They are there to help communicate the message of the gospel, the message of that theme for that entire week. So it's a pretty significant role. And even throughout the process, and even when we get feedback afterwards, we always try to communicate that to those volunteers. Here's what we've done so far. Here's what is still left to be done. And then afterwards, these are the comments that were made about the set and about the stage and about how much people really loved and appreciated all that was done, just to encourage them as well.
Hi, my name is Karen Browning, and I am a member here at Linworth Baptist Church. And I was sort of asked to be given the task of coming up with the general design of the set for this year's Vacation Bible School, and had been given a drawing of Northwest Bible Church, their set design. And so I sort of took that design and came up with two main themes: the laboratory, the chemistry lab, and the theme of time, to simplify things. So one of the things that we designed was the time machine, And I had drawn it out on paper, and then one of the young fellows at church, Timothy, constructed the entire thing out of wood, and then Pastor Steve Smith took foam board and cut the foam board out and nailed that to the wood frame. And then I painted, and then the door handle we constructed out of an old ship's, I don't know what you call that, steering wheel, and cut off some of the knobs, recolored it and everything. And then we just added some dryer vent tubing and some metal washing machine tubing, and made some paper cones and added wire and made some styrofoam balls so it would just look sort of electrical. The whole thing lights up when the computer is pressed over to the other side. There's also a fog machine underneath that allows smoke to come out, and the whole thing just flashes, and there's a red light on top that makes it look like they're going back in time. We also built a ramp because in the drama somebody has to go under the time machine and do some repairs, so the whole thing sets up off the ground. And there's a door, a secret door in the back with a black curtain so that the person that enters can actually leave through the back, and then another person can come in and come out. So that's the time machine. We also had, with the theme of chemistry, we had some clip art of different atoms and such, and so folks blew those up on the wall on cardboard, drew them out and painted them on the floor, cut them out, and then we screwed them up onto the walls. The walls are all just done on cardboard, painted cardboard, and again with the little googly eyes we painted to look like bolts on the walls, make it look metallic. We had the door sort of shaped like lightning had hit it so that we could have some more electricity kind of things going on. So we just sort of painted that to look like electrical, like a lightning bolt had hit it. We did find a periodic chart with our colors on Amazon, so that's just a shower curtain that we found online. And one of our sweet friends just built a frame around it after putting it up on the wall.
Discovery, let's go, here we go, we're making our timeline discovery. Initiating countdown, all systems go. When we search for Jesus, there's so much more to know. So fasten your seatbelts, we'll show you everything. 3, 2, 1, it's a timeline discovery. Let's go, here we go, on a timeline discovery. Let's go, here we go, we're making our timeline discovery. Let's go, here we go, on a timeline discovery. Let's go, here we go, we're making our timeline discovery. We're making our timeline discovery. We're making our timeline discovery. We will travel through time on a timeline discovery.